I am Shagorika Sheila. Today my presentation topic is Phase 2 clinical trial. Assalamualaikum. I am Shagorika Sheila, ID 116150027. Welcome to my presentation. Today my presentation topic is Phase 2 clinical trial. Well, at first I would like to say what is clinical trial. Clinical trials are research studies performed in humans that are aimed at evaluating a medical, surgical or behavioral intervention. They are the primary way that researchers find out if a new treatment like a new drug or diet or medical device is safe and effective in human. Before the authority like the US Food and Drug Administration approves a clinical trial to begin, scientists perform laboratory tests and studies in animals to test a potential therapy's safety and efficacy, which is known as preclinical studies. And if these preclinical studies show favorable result, then the authority gives approval for the intervention to be tested in human. Now, phases of clinical trial. There are four major phases of clinical trial. Phase 1 for pharmacological information collection, phase 2 therapeutic exploration, phase 3 therapeutic confirmation, and phase 4, which is also known as post-marketing surveillance. In some cases, scientists also consider phase 0 as a preliminary phase of clinical trial, which is usually done with micro dose of the experimental drug. Now, phase 2 clinical trial. If a new intervention is found to be safe in phase 1 clinical trial, then it proceeds to phase 2 trial. This is the phase where experiments are conducted with several hundred participants who are living with the conditions that the new medication is meant to treat. And the number of participants are usually from 100 to 300. The participants are usually given the same dose that was found to be safe in earlier phase, but in some cases, randomly selected groups may get different dose or get the treatment in different ways to see which provides the best balance of safety and response. Phase 2 trials further divided into phase 2A and phase 2B. Phase 2A is early phase pilot clinical trial, not multicentric, single blind, that means comparison with a standard drug, and it is designed to assess dosing requirements. On the other hand, phase 2B, it is late phase pivotal clinical trials, multicentric and double blind, which means compared with a placebo or a standard drug, and it is designed to study efficacy. Now, trial design. Most phase 2 studies are designed as case series, demonstrating the safety and activity of a drug in a selected group of participants. Other phase 2 studies are designed as a randomized control trials, and most phase 2 studies are randomized trials where one group of patients receive the experimental drug while a second control group receive a placebo or standard treatment. Often these studies are blinded, which means that neither the researcher nor the patients know who have received the experimental drug. This allows investigators to provide comparative information about the relative safety and effectiveness of the new intervention. Now, goal of phase 2 trial. Investigators monitor participants for several months or years, usually for 2 years, to see how effective the medication is and to gather more information about any side effects it might cause. And also for optimum dose finding, usually through determination of dose efficacy relationship, therapeutic dose regimen, duration of therapy, frequency of administration, and therapeutic window. While phase 2 involves more participants than earlier phases, it is still not large enough to demonstrate the overall safety of the medication. However, the data collected during this phase, like detailed pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamics data, effective dose and doses from health investigator come up with the method for conducting phase 3. If a new intervention is found to active, then it proceeds to phase 3 trial. The FDA estimate about 33% of medication move on phase 3 trial. That's all my presentation. Thank you for your unwavering attention.